Today we are looking at the Power 9 of Commander, assuming we are only allowed to use legal cards. Because I'm going to assume that if we include the banned cards, it would just be the Power 9 of Legacy. If you can dispute that, we can have, like, I guess we can have a whole show dedicated to this. But what is the Power 9 of Commander, assuming only looking at legal cards? Well, I'll start it all off with this one. We've got Soul Ring. 1 mana, add two colorless mana to your mana pool. This is one of the most busted cards, and actually it's one of also the most deceptive cards in the Commander format. This has been institutionalized into the format in such a way that everyone can't see a world without it. They're like, there's nothing wrong with Soul Ring. What's wrong with Soul Ring? There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it ramps out enormous things for everybody. Anyone can play this for 1 mana. Who doesn't need a bunch of colorless mana? Honestly, I actually can't use Soul Ring very well in my Merfolk deck. I look at my deck. This is all full of double blue cards, triple blue cards. Oh god, this isn't working for me at all. Whatever, it can help ramp out a zombie a little bit. Triple blue, too generic. Anyway, in my opinion, Soul Ring is definitely going to be going on this list. So I've definitely got something out here for Soul Ring. But so you know how it is. We're going to list a bunch of cards, and then we're going to use the community to vote them all off the island until we're down to 9. So we're going to start it off with Soul Ring. Do we have any others? If we're going by Commander legal cards, Time Twister. All right, Time Twister. That is a Power 9 card, but also it happens to be a legal card in Commander. Where's the original Time Twister? I want the original one. Blue, too generic. Set Time Twister aside in a new graveyard pile. Shuffle your hand, library, and graveyard together into a new library and draw a new hand of 7 cards, leaving all cards in play where they are. Opponents must do the same. It's effectively, each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library and draws 7 cards. You know, that's the weird thing. I think if they were to make this format today, if they made Commander today, this would be on the ban list because it's too expensive. Simple as that. There's a lot of cards I think that they banned on the, you know, they banned the Moxen, I think, because they're too expensive. They banned a lot of cards because they're too expensive. And that's such a weird thing to ban for, because over time, other cards in your format are just going to get expensive. So you're going to retroactively ban them later? No, they're not going to do that. People would be very angry if you ban their Time Twister at this point. So, Time Twister is a very, very strong card. But, on the other hand, it's like just another wheel. You know, it's like a Wheel of Fortune. Does Wheel of Fortune deserve to be on this list? I don't know. I'll leave that all up to you. Okay, so we have Soul Ring, and then we have Time Twister. Beautiful. Oh, Lars has a great question. Deck list review today? No, we're now going to have deck list review 1 day a week, and the whole day is going to be deck list review. We're going to test that out for 2 weeks, see how it is, and then we're going to touch base later. Okay, so Necropotence. I like that one. That card looks insane. Especially for a format that banned Yawgmoth's bargain. How did they ban that one? And the reasoning is so weird. Well, you don't get the cards immediately. Who cares? You know, some decks don't even need the cards immediately. They'll just combo off on your turn. So we have triple black. Yeah, skip your draw step. Big deal. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Oh, no. You know, pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library face down, put that card into your hand at the beginning of the next end step. And you know, Commander, you have 40 life, so you'll be like, Necropotence, I'll take 35. Just give me my entire deck. Yeah, Ad Nauseam would love that. But you gotta make sure that you don't lose the game through Ad Nauseam after you've Necropotence, you know, almost all your stuff away. Yes, I believe that is a very good candidate. Necropotence. A beautiful candidate. Ristic Study. Is that a really good one? I mean, it's a good card. It's great value. It's fantastic value, Ristic Study. And make no mistake about it. Blue 2 generic. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless that player pays 1. Nobody pays the 1. They never do. That's why, and I mean, that's why they keep reminding you, are you going to pay the 1? Are you going to pay the 1? And then you're like, no, I'm not going to pay the 1. I don't care. Yeah, draw as many cards as you want. But is it power 9 power? It's like a really passive ability. I mean, in theory, no one will pay the 1. They'll just tax themselves. So they could play around it, but they just usually opt to not to. But we'll put on, it's very, and how do I spell Ristic Study? Ristic. Oh, is it studies? No, it's Ristic Study. Excellent. John Terrence, hey Nikachu, is it true that Merfolk is the best tribal in present meta? More power to fish. Can't think of all the tribes right now in Modern, but sure! Just say yes. Okay, Dockside Extortionist has to be on there. Says Francis. Dockside Extortionist. Red 1 generic 1/2 creature. When the Extortionist enters the battlefield, create X treasure tokens, where X is the number of artifacts and enchantments your opponents control. So for all the goodies that your opponents have, you get it yourself, making an insane amount of mana. You can see that reflected in the price of this card too. This is a very popular card for something that's not on the reserve list. 60 bucks, 60 bucks. What, the special border one is 172? Craziness. Alright, Dockside Extortionist. How do you like your treasures in Commander, people? How do you like your treasures? Mana Crypt, Mana Vault. I mean, we associate the power 9 with the mana, and there's no better way of getting more of that mana than with Mana Crypt and Mana Vault. Mana Crypt, 0 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, Mana Crypt deals 3 damage to you. Make no mistake, if this is being played in a fair deck, you might kill yourself. The 3 damage adds up, but ideally you're playing this in a deck that's going to kill your opponents in like short order. So absolutely, Mana Crypt should be on here. Mana Crypt 0. This is the 0 mana Soul Ring. And also for your ramping needs, Mana Vault. I want the original Mana Vault. I like the original Mana Vault. You know what? This reminds me of Doom. This image highly reminds me of Doom the game. Even though I don't play the Doom very much. This looks like something that would be in there. This almost looks like the screen before you, like after you beat a level. So, 1 mana, doesn't untap during your untap step, but you can tap it for 3 mana. So who cares? You just... Even if you got what you want, you probably won the game at this point. Okay, that's an exaggeration. You've put something insane in play that you do not care that Mana Vault's going to be untapping. This is an incredibly good ramp card and can be thrown into any single deck. Carlos starting it off with the super chat this week. Hey man, I love your content. I believe that Underworld Breach is a power 9 card in Commander. Alright, hold on. We're going to put Mana Vault. A lot of mana stuff. Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, and now we're going to look at Underworld Breach. Super powerful card. Red 1 generic. And you know it's powerful when it's banned everywhere. Explorer, Pioneer, Legacy. Still haven't found its way to be broken in Modern yet. Not yet. It's on. They're gonna figure it out. I don't even know why they haven't figured it out. It's not like it's a creature that gets killed by the removal. It's a non-creature. Alright, so each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus 3 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast cards from your graveyard for their escape cost. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. Sure. Basically, you get to regurgitate your entire graveyard so long as you have cards in the graveyard to exile to pay the escape cost, but super powerful card. Underworld Breach. Okay, this will be a very interesting to see if this one sticks on the Cyclonic Rift. I think this is like a staple, but I don't know if this fits Power 9. I mean, it might. It is a good card. It's a very, very good card, and bouncing everything of your opponents can sometimes just consider it like basically a win. So, okay, we'll put Cyclonic Rift. But I have a feeling, this is more of a feel bad card than a Power 9 card, but we will put it to the we'll put it to the crowd. Guys, Cradle, excellent suggestion. It is the green Tolarian Academy. Add 1 green to your mana pool for each creature you control. And pending your deck, I mean, I understand why Tolarian Academy is banned, but I don't understand why this can just roam around as if nothing, you know, as if it's not doing anything broken. Actually, good question to the competitive commander players. Is this card broken? Is this a broken card, or is this just nothing because, well, how do you combo off with this thing? You can't combo off with it at all. Carlos, Mox Diamond or Lion's Eye Diamond? We'll look. Max Diamond. We'll look at both of those. Okay, guys, Cradle. It's only legal cards today. We're looking at legal cards. And let me know in the comments section below if it's worth looking at the banned cards, because I would just assume the Power 9 would be just the Power 9 of Vintage, because that's essentially all that Commander is. It's Vintage. Singleton Vintage multiplayer. Mox Diamond. Very, very popular ramp card. Enters the battlefield. Or comes into play, choose and discard a land card or sacrifice Mox Diamond. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. More mana ramp. Although there's a lot of ramp like this. There's a lot of ramp. Oh my god! Again! Millmaster. Thank you. I mean, these keep coming like every day. Thank you. I really appreciate it. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Wise words from Millmaster. Very wise words. Okay, so what was the other one? The other one was Lion's Eye Diamond. Whoops. I'm glad we're getting all the mana out. We're getting all the... how many decks can use this, though? Is this, like... I don't know how many decks can use Lion's Eye Diamond. I guess a deck with a lot of flashback or something. Okay, so we'll put Lion's Eye Diamond on here. Super powerful card. I mean, it's Black Lotus. I mean, they thought they fixed Black Lotus. Ho, ho, ho. Were they absolutely disgustingly wrong? Sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond. Discard your hand. Add 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. How did they use this card back then? Like, to activate abilities on the battlefield? I guess that's it. I guess that's all that they could do back then. I don't know how many cards had flashback or what you could cast from the graveyard back in the day. Back in Mirage. I can't remember. But anyway, okay. Well, Lion's Eye Diamond. Because I'm just thinking now, like, what was this used for, if on anything? And then one day they printed graveyard cards, and the Lion's Eye Diamond people were like, oh my god, it's our time. It's our time. Shouldn't an Armageddon type effect be on here? I don't know. Well, what is that? You mean like Strip Mine? I mean, this is banned. This is legal only in Commander. I don't know if this is that good, though. It's Commander. It's like a one... Okay, you blew up one person's land. Big deal. Oh, here's an interesting take. Force of Will. The classic free counterspell. You may pay 1 life and exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost counter target spell. And make no mistake, if you do not have counter magic at the competitive level of Commander, you dead. I mean, or you better hope someone at the table has all the counter magic. This is where, like, there's a combo player at the table, and And then, but there's also a blue player, and then whenever the combo player does something, everyone just points their head at the blue player. You gonna do something? You gonna do something? Do you got a counter for that? How can we help you? Do I need to help you draw some cards? Some of you guys, you've been there. All right, so we'll put Force of Will on here for now. Jeweled Lotus, is that legal? Oh, this one, the Black Lotus. Oh, this might be a Power 9 card. Yeah, that's a new one. I was thinking of the Jeweled Bird or something like that. The anti card. No, Jeweled Lotus, 0 mana. Sacrifice Jeweled Lotus. Add 3 mana of any one color. Of course. This guy. I mean, this might even be the best card. I would not be surprised after we get through this entire list that it's just gonna be mana. The Power 9 is mana. The Time Twister is literal on the Power 9 and Commander legal. Yeah, but that is Power 9 of Vintage. But now we're talking Power 9 of Commander. Richie says Sylvan Library. Alright, so Sylvan Library. Green, 1 generic. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with this card in Commander. I mean, it's basically what, Brainstorm every turn. And you can pay life to keep the extra cards. Green, 1 generic. At the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 of those cards in your hand, draw on this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life or put the card on top of your library. It's like a pseudo Brainstorm. I don't believe you're allowed to actually just put any random cards from your hand back on top of your library. It has to be the extra cards you've actually drawn. Tabernacle? Is it? Is this really so powerful in Commander? I mean, maybe at a casual level. Okay, I'll put on here. I mean, it's a really strong card. All creatures have, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature unless you pay 1. The Tabernacle of Pendrell. How do I spell this? It says it's Pendrell. 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 Veil? Yeah, I got that one. Oh, everyone's coming in with their opinion. Right? No way Tabernacle. Mana Drain? This is a good card. I don't know if this is Power 9. This is a counterspell. It's a counterspell and you get a bunch of mana. I'd be so curious to know what this does in Legacy. It could be super busted in Legacy. Or it could be like just a really good card. This is gonna take forever. No, I'm gonna cut it off in like 10 minutes and the voting will start. Mishra's Workshop. Okay, I'm not even gonna put mana. Okay, I'll put Mana Drain on here. But you're gonna get voted off the island. This is all gonna get voted off, I'm sure. Mishra's Workshop. That is a great suggestion. That's a great one. I know, I want to see the original. This is Black Lotus for artifacts on a land that you can repeatedly use every single time. What the hell were they thinking when they made the format and they left this legal? This is beyond stupid. This card is above and beyond stupid. They must have been thinking, oh, well, you have to have an artifact deck, right? Well, who cares? They will make the artifact deck. They will make the artifact deck. This is so ridiculously busted. I also think it's very underpriced. This is a very underpriced card. $2,700 for a Black Lotus land, legal in Commander. Are you kidding me? And it's not even restricted in Vintage for some reason. It's just beyond stupid. I don't know if it's way better than Jeweled Lotus because it still has that restriction for only artifacts, and your Commander is still very important. But 2,700 casual gamer card, yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a lot of people who think Workshop is better than Lotus. Well, anyway, Workshop definitely going on here. Mishra's Workshop. Does Urza have a Workshop? Maybe that's something that can come out in the Brothers' War. Maybe Urza's gonna have his card. Maybe Urza is gonna have a workshop coming up soon. Demonic Tutor breaks the spirit of the format. It deserves to be here. Why? Demonic. It's just a tutor, right? It's just black, 1 generic, search your library for a card, put it into your hand. I'll put it on here, but... Urza has factories. Well, one day he's gonna have a workshop. He has a tower mine and power plant. And he is a man of real estate. Anyway, the workshop can show up. Etherflux Reservoir. Okay, that's not a Power 9 card. It's a good card or whatever. Thassa's Oracle. That is an interesting suggestion. That is one of the key combo cards in, well, most of the combo decks. It's just like, you know, play this card and win. Is Sensei's Divining Top really worth a power? I don't, it's just a dirtly card. It's a nice card, but it's a dirtly card. Okay, I'll put Thassa's Oracle on here. It'll be very interesting to see if that's one that is going to survive the voting. Oh yeah, Solar Ring's totally on the list. Urza has a saga for Cripe's sake. He does. He has many sagas. Archive Trap and Mindbreak Trap? Not a chance. Not a chance. Here's an interesting one. Opposition Agent. Oh, well, oh yeah, this we were only talking about legal cards here. I was like, well, what about the Merfolk that gives all the treasure tokens, but that one's banned. Flash, you control your opponents while they're searching their libraries. While an opponent is searching their library, they exile each card they find. You may play those cards as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast them. This is worded in such a confusing way. It's like you control their libraries, but while our opponent is searching their library, which is you, by the way, then you can cast the cards that you exiled, but it's really them. You know what I mean? True name Nemesis? I don't think so. Okay, we'll put opposition agent. We got Dockside Extortionist on the list. It is there. Interesting suggestion, Grim Monolith. Big mana. Is there a lot of decks that play Grim Monolith? I tried playing it in my Merfolk deck, and it was just awkward. Like on turn 2, if I had 2 mana up, I don't want to play a Grim Monolith. And I didn't really have that many things to ramp into. Like it's 3 mana. Like it's fine. It was fine in my, like what I honestly, my deck is not really a Grim Monolith deck, but I'm just curious how many decks find that they need the Grim Monolith. Okay, Grim Monolith. Oh, that's an interesting suggestion. Treasure Cruise. Is this a staple? I mean, if Ancestral Recall is banned, you have to give credit to Treasure Cruise here. You have to give credit. Treasure Cruise. Man, we're going to be voting things off for like a very long time. Expropriate. Expropriate. What is this card? Okay, so I just featured this in a Easter egg video. Chris Ross with the super chat. Thoracle ad nauseam, Archon of Vimiria, Deafening Silence, all mana rocks, all tutors. Really, all the tutors? Oh yeah, they have a lot of tutors. Just hit 99% of CEDH. Oh, and your timing is great. CEDH TV just did a vid on why he wants Mystic Remora banned. That's interesting. Okay, we'll look at... man, you guys want all the tutors? All the 1-mana tutors? Okay, Expropriate. Council's Dilemma. Starting with you, each player votes for time or money. For each time vote, take an extra turn. I don't think this is a Power 9 card. This costs 9 mana. Not even going to put on the list. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. If we have Time Twister on here, we can have Wheel of Fortune. Well, let's look at Wheel of Fortune. The people who like Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it was Professor had a hilarious tweet the other day. You can like just take a Sharpie against, you could just wheel of Sharpie out the miss here, so it's Wheel of Fortune, and you Sharpie out everything on here until it's like each player discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. So for like $1.50, you could have a great Wheel of Fortune proxy. So you have this Wheel of Fortune though. It'll be interesting to see if the wheels are gonna survive. Okay, so like, what are the tutors? Like, what's it called? Do you guys want Skull Clamp on here? Is that a Power 9 card? I don't see Skull Clamp as a... I think it's a good card. Carlos! Hey man, I'm a regular CDH player, and I suggest Deafening Silence, a Power 9 card. That's crit. Okay, I'll put that on. Okay, Skull Clamp. Whenever a equipped creature dies, draw 2 cards. Card that actually is banned in a lot of formats. Skull Clamp, and you want Deafening Silence? Each player... This is like a Power 9 answer. Okay, each player can cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn. Gotta keep those... Deafening Silence. Gotta keep those combo players at bay. Okay, so what are all the tutors? Mystical... Okay, we'll only go with the 1-mana tutors, because those are the ones banned in Legacy. So what, Mystical Tutor? I'm not gonna care for the, Okay, we'll put Mystical Tutor. Was it Demonic Tutor? No, but that's a 2. Oh, they actually... No, there's Vampiric Tutor. Vampiric Tutor. Worldly Tutor. Yep. What does the Worldly Tutor get? Creatures. Choose library for a creature card, reveal it, put it on top of your library. And Enlightened Tutor. Search your library for an artifact card or enchantment card, reveal it, and put it on top of your library. Okay, so Enlightened Tutor. This is a long list of voting we have to do. Idyllic Tutor, I think, is like 3 mana. I'm not going to count it. I'm going to take Demonic Tutor off the list. We have too many tutors. If you guys want it on later, you can cry for it later. Where's Demonic Tutor? I don't even know where it is. Okay, when I see it later, I'm dumping it. What's the last one? What's the red one? Is it just Gamble? Imperial Seal is actually worth putting on. Because it's basically another Vampiric Tutor. Oh yeah, well, it's a sorcery. Well, it's 1 mana. You know, on the combo turn, I don't think they care. What's the red tutor? Is there a red tutor? Or maybe it just doesn't matter. Because it sucks. Is that the only red tutor we have? Gamble? How old is this? No, that's not even... It was printed like years after beta. This is it? I'm not putting this on. I guess I can. Whatever. Okay, how many cards do we have here? We have a lot of cards. It's gonna be a hell of a day for voting. Okay, is there anything interesting that we can add onto the list before we start voting things off? Oh, is Yawgmoth's Will on this list? Yawgmoth's Will is legal? Yeah, it's legal in Commander. That is so weird. Legal in Commander. Whoops. Richie's like, Smothering Tithe. Okay, I'll put Yawgmoth on. How many cards do I have? Well, it's not too many. We'll get through them all. The Smothering Tithe band? No, it's legal. It's completely legal. Is this worth putting on? Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If that player doesn't, you create a treasure token. Is this really power 9? Yeah, we have Thassa's Oracle on here. Okay, I'll put it on here, but I have a feeling this is gonna go eventually. A lot of you guys are naming cards that we already put on here. I'm not putting on Craterhoof. That is not... Oh, Mystic Remora. Why are people so angry about this card? When an opponent plays a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. So it was basically you, like... Can't, like, the whole table just agree to do nothing for the first few turns? Or does that favor the player playing Mystic Remora? Okay, I will go Mystic Remora, Bolus Citadel. Bolus Citadel. Okay, hold on. Mystic Remora. And I heard, like, this is, like, one of the best cards in the format. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play the top card, you know, sacrifice 10 land, and then if you cast the spell this way, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. This is really strong. Chromatic Orrery sucks. It's not making the power 9. You can send my well wishes to the command zone. So okay, so we have Bolus's Citadel in here. Bolus's Citadel. Okay, it is time to start voting these things off. What about the sponsors? That's a great point. We gotta talk about the sponsors. You guys are responsible for this, not me. All right, FusionGamingOnline.com, today's sponsor, same as last week's sponsor, and hopefully will be for the next who knows how many years. You can get your pre-orders for Dominaria United at FusionGamingOnline.com, but also you have just a few more minutes to get the deal of the week, 15% off all the list singles. So you can get Exquisite Blood, Ether Vial, Blood Moon. What is this? Tarmogoyf? What is this? Aura Shards? I don't know. There's a lot of cards on the list. 15% off at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, though, at checkout for 5% off all your purchases and supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online to play any deck, any format, anytime you want. Whether you can play Commander and play whatever 99 you want every single day. You can try out unlimited number of Commanders. The only thing that you need is to find 3 other people to play against. Or you play one-on-one. There's a lot of people who play one-on-one Commander online. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or use coupon code Nikachu_9Y6 for 10% off your first 2 months. Okay, time to vote. Let me pop out. Let me get the chat and all that stuff here. Okay, so what is... What's the best way I can do this? Okay, you guys can see this. Maybe I do it this way. Okay, so what are we... Okay, this is how it works. We have to whittle this entire list down to, like, just 9. We need our power 9, and guess who's gonna vote? Guess who's gonna vote on this? You guys. So one at a time, we are going to line up 4 different cards, and you vote which one you want voted off the list. Let us start this off with Sol Ring is gonna be invincible. I'm not taking this thing off. Okay, so let's start off with... Actually, we might as well... Should we take this view? This is a good view. This is a good view! This is a great view, I think. Wish I could get the card, though. Whatever, it's okay. Okay, let's start with Time Twister, Underworld Breach, Guy's Cradle. And we'll Force a Will. What is not Power 9? Vote away. Our fate is in your hands, chat. Our fate is in your hands. Don't worry, Cyclonic Rift will have its time in, will have its day on the, in democracy, basically. Maybe you should post a poll and then talk about these sponsors while people vote for future streams. Nah. I mean, I guess I could do that. That would make some sense. Looks like Underworld Breach is losing pretty miserably here. Obviously, Force of Will isn't Power 9, but it's gonna come back. We're gonna come back to Force of Will. It's in second place here. Are people really voting off Breach? They're voting off Breach. They are voting off Breach. Problem is, you won't see half this at a normal EDH table, but you'll see them in CEDH tables. People voting Underworld Breach off instead of Force of Will, LOL. Okay, looks like Underworld Breach has been voted off the island. Goodbye, Underworld Breach. Alright, our next poll is going to feature... we'll put Mox Diamond versus Sylvan Library versus Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale versus Mana Drain. Have at it. Have at it, people. This is the exciting part. Let me know if you're on the replay how exciting this is. I know it's really exciting for the people who get to vote in the moment. But for people on the replay, are you like, oh my god, what is chat gonna do? What is chat gonna do? Jason says, I bet Tabernacle makes it for no reason. Looks like Tabernacle is immediately in danger. I mean, it's a really strong card, but like EDH power-wise, I mean, it's like, meh. It's meh. I'm interested to see how so many people do not think Force of Will is a Power 9 card in Commander when... I would support Force of Will as a potential power card of Commander. I don't know if it makes it the Power 9, but it sounds like it's one of the glue cards in the format. Like, it is the power to meet the power of the fast mana, if you know what I mean. Like, you can have all the fast mana you want, but so long as I have this Force of Will and the other free counters, they keep things in balance. Narrator's voice. Future viewers skipped to the end to see the final results. Some people do that. Bring back my boy Charles. What, Charles of the Void? That's definitely not making the Power 9 list of this format. Let me know in the chat as this is going. Is it worthwhile doing a Power 9 of Commander using the banned cards? Would it be... Do you think it would be different from a regular vintage Power 9 list? I'm just a little concerned, you know, making this, doing that Power 9 list, and it's just, well, it's basically the Power 9 of vintage. You know, what would change? Maybe, I don't know what would get, I don't know what would move. I don't know what would change. Alright, Tabernacle is gone. Tabernacle, Pendrell Vale, Sayonara. Alright, next we can have, Skull Clamp versus... Whoops. Well, next will be Skull Clamp versus Wheel of Fortune versus Enlightened Tutor Enlightened versus Mystic Remora. To the polls! Vote for modern tier staples. A power 100 for Commander just makes sense. It would make it a lot easier to make these lists, that's for sure. Scrum and Scrub says the problem is that if you 2-for-1 yourself to save the table, you are still down 2 cards in a multiplayer format. Not losing for a turn isn't the same as winning. But you can also use Force of Will to win, right? It can be it. Force of Will is one of those counter spells that can be used proactively to protect your combo in order to win. Joshua's like, I don't feel like any of these should be on here. And then maybe they'll all get voted off. Ooh, it's close. It's a pretty close vote. It's not unanimous exactly. Get rid of all of those except the fish. Keep the Remora. Expropriate, man. It's just a win condition though. I mean, you could say some win conditions can be on the Power 9 list, but is it a card like everyone has to play? We got So here saying, Enlightened Tutor is pretty strong. What the F are you guys talking about? What are you voting my Enlightened Tutor for? Why is that 26%? Alright, Skull Clamp is gone. It's a good card. It's not, you know, it's not bad. Alright, next poll. We'll put Deafening Silence. We'll put Necropotence. Necropotence. We'll put Cyclonic Rift. And Sylvan Library. Yeah, you can just tutor for your expropriate. I mean, that's the power of the tutors. It's the point of the tutors. Oh, Eric! Thank you so much for the super chat. Do a 24-hour stream where we decide the power 100. Spam power 100 in chat if you support. I don't think I need to do a 24-hour stream for that, though. I'm pretty sure that could be done in 2 hours. Okay, I'll tell you what, Eric Torres. When I hit 95,000 subscribers on my main channel, I'm gonna do a stream where I'm basically gonna stream until I get to 100k subscribers. So that would be a good idea for that. Where the whole idea of the stream is like, I'm going live till I hit 100k. So you know, this is we could do something like that for that day. Power 100, the power 420. Looks like Deafening Silence is getting kicked off. The CEDH players are cringing. They are just cringing. Alright, it's pretty unanimous too. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Alright, so let's put next Worldly Tutor versus Grim Monolith versus Thassa's Oracle versus Dockside Extortionist. Why is Deafening Silence on the list instead of just Silence? Well, Deafening Silence is just silence every turn, right? So, you know, I mean, Silence is just a one-turn shot, and then that's it. And then just, next turn, your opponent can combo off, whereas Deafening Silence will always prevent the combo players from comboing off. All these are busted. Well, you gotta pick one. It's gonna be a crunch at the end. I mean, we need a power 9, and at some point, the mana and the tutors are gonna fight against each other. And, you know, we got a lot of tutors, and we have a lot of fast mana, and we still have, like, some generic cards on here, like, you know, like Treasure Cruise that are, you know, gonna be fighting. How many cards do we have here? This is 9, right? 3, 6... 9, 10. Mox Diamond. This is another 10. Oh god, this is going to take forever. I'm going to have to cut these pulls shorter. Ooh, it's close on Grim Monolith and Worldly Tutor. But Grim Monolith gets kicked off. It just came out ahead. Okay, Grim Monolith. Alright, next is Opposition Agent. Treasure Cruise. What have we not chosen yet? We'll put Jeweled Lotus on here, I guess. And Bolus's Citadel. Jason loves the music. I agree. I gotta get more music. Actually, I don't have enough music. I think for anyone who's been on Coffee and MTG, you've heard this music enough times. Now you have to add to our inventory. Give off that Wii menu vibe. Well, let's see, what do we have here? There you go. Like that one? I like this one a lot too. Did we forget about Arcane Signet? Easily. We easily forgot about Arcane Signet. Alright, Treasure Cruise is voted off the island. Treasure Cruise was coming out way in front. Where's Treasure Cruise? And it's a surprising one to vote off. Like, that is... I mean, if we were to make... Then, you know what? Maybe it is worth... Is Ancestral Recall really a Power 9 card for Commander? Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't make it. Maybe it just doesn't make it. Oh, Command Tower? Is that worth putting... That's just a land, isn't it? How's Command Tower worth putting on? Okay, next one will be Mana Vault versus Cyclonic Rift versus Lion's Eye Diamond versus Opposition Agent. Boop. Command Tower land that taps for any color you need with no downside. That is definitely not making it. That's definitely not making it. Colin, it's just a land. It's not powerful. All it is like a painless City of Brass. Alright, looks like this is where Opposition Agent meets its end. Where's Ad Nauseam? We can try to squeeze it in at the end. So after we find our Power 9, that can be like one of those that we vote and see what happens. Alright, I think Opposition Agent is safely voted off the island. Voted off Power 9 Island. Welcome to Power 9 Island. Only the most powerful of all the magic cards. Dockside Extortionist. Let's see if anyone votes Soul Ring. I didn't put on the list yet. We'll put Mana Drain. And we'll put Gamble. So this list is what happens when modern players judge EDH cards. We have a lot of Commander players here. I've absorbed a lot, and I've also absorbed a lot of Pauper players over the last, I don't know, 2 weeks. I made those Pauper videos, banned Pauper videos, and like, oh my god, this guy's talking about Pauper. Yes, we must now subscribe and follow Nikachu on Twitter and on YouTube. Oh, Ku Bing has a great idea. We should do a Power 9 of only Commanders. The Commanders themselves. That is a fire idea, Ku Bing. Okay, we're going to do that on Wednesday. That is a great idea. That was a very, very good idea. Here we have Lawrence like, I never played Modern. Although I have no say in that discussion at all. All I know is Azami is like, used to be really good. I don't know, maybe she still is. Okay, Gamble is gone. I love democracy. Emperor Palpatine. I should have a big picture of Emperor Palpatine here. That's what I should... I should squeeze an Emperor Palpatine over here. Okay, hold. I'll do that when as I make this next poll. Okay, so we've got... Okay, we'll put Smothering Tithe. We'll put Mystic Remora. Put Mox Diamond. And we'll put Mishra's Workshop. Okay, hold on. I'll off screen. I'm gonna look for a picture of Emperor. I love democracy, Palpatine. Where's a good one though? I need a good one. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Why is it so big? There we go. Nope. Boop. There we go. This is great. Now the stream is perfect. Now the stream is perfect. What is going on here? What is wrong with you people? Are you nuts? Are you out of your mind? You know, I threw Mishra's Workshop on there as if like it's untouchable. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Smothering Tithe beats Mishra's Workshop. What an absolute joke. What an absolute joke. All right, Mishra's Workshop. Democracy has failed you. I can't believe that. I absolutely cannot believe that. People are blaming the modern players. I think the modern players know how good that card would be. I think the modern players would know better than anyone else. That was absolute nonsense. There's gonna be some... when we're done with this Power 9, one of those cards definitely does not belong there compared to Mishra's Workshop. That's a workshop, for crying out loud. I can't believe what it was up against. Ristic Study. Well, we get those every so often. Yeah, I'm gonna get comments in chat in the comment section after the video is posted. Be like, why isn't they skip to the end and like, why isn't Workshop on this list? And then I'm gonna be like, well, it got voted off. Why is Windows saying I'm spelling Ristic wrong? Whatever. Ristic Study. We'll put next Mana Vault. We'll put Wheel of Fortune, and then we'll add Mystical Tutor. Palpatine would be proud. I love democracy. The thing with Mishra's Workshop is that no one really plays it. Well, they're idiots. They're absolute idiots. I'd play it if I owned it, but I do not own it, so therefore I do not play it. It's like, it's probably a thing that no one plays it because it's too expensive. I mean, they could proxy it. I mean, in proxy world, whatever. Yeah, give in to your hate. Ooh, Mystical Tutor is on the chopping block here. I would be... You know what? I have a feeling Ristic Study is going to make it to the end. Is that really a Power 9 card? CEDH players, do you think Ristic Study is a busted card? I mean, maybe it is. Workshop fits into a narrow amount of decks. Smothering Tithe just gets tossed into a deck when filling slots. Yeah, but we're talking about power here. We're talking about power. In the decks that it would be powerful, is it powerful? Wondering if Tasha is better in Arena or in real life. You mean Tasha's Hideous Laughter? Or is Tasha like a Planeswalker or something? Thank you very much for the super chat, though. Doa Man. Okay, hold on. So, Tasha. Tasha's Hideous Laughter? Oh, Tasha itself is a planeswalker. When you cast a spell you don't own, create a 3/3 black demon creature token. Draw a card for each opponent. Exile. I would say, you know, this is a bit of a janky commander, so I would say it's better in real life, where it might be less competitive. Okay, where's my this? There we go. Okay, Mystical Tutor gets voted off. That's interesting. Maybe the Tutors are going to be in danger. Maybe the Tutors are going to be in danger. Okay, we'll put Demonic Tutor. We'll put Gaia's Cradle. We'll put Yawgmoth's Will. And we'll put Necropotence. Ugh, we have so many cards still to vote off. But these are sort of fun, these streams, so why not? Don't need tutors when you just draw your win condition. Better be lucky than good. I love how everyone's like, buy Yawgmoth, and then something else gets voted off. Actually, Yawgmoth's pretty much in front here. Let's get CEDH-TV on the show and compare the lists. I think their list will be very, very different from ours. Ours is a list chosen by democracy. This is a community-built list. And I was thinking we should do this with the modern deck lists. What are the best modern decks according to the community? What are the worst modern deck lists according to the community? Okay, it looks like Yawgmoth's Will is gone. You went in the way of the, what's it called? The red enchantment. I don't remember. Okay, we're now voting for Enlightened Tutor. We'll put on Time Twister. Cyclonic Rift. And Lion's Eye Diamond. Cradle is way too board state dependent. Everything is board state dependent. Underworld Breach is just a better Yawgmoth's Will now. Well, and yeah, we voted off Underworld Breach already, so it's only natural that they get rid of the other one. MTG TV says, can someone please suggest Ad Nauseam over Necro? It's infinitely better in Commander. Okay, we can put, well, we can, okay, I'll just put Ad Nauseam on here. If you guys think but you know, well, whatever. It comes down to your definition of what a Power 9 card is, you know. Like, for me, I think even though it might be narrow, I would put the Mishra's Workshop on this list. But some people are like, well, you know, a Power 9 card is a card that many decks can play. Yes, Ad Nauseam needs a ban anyways. I guess in the end, only Demonic Tutor will be left of the tutors. Would it? Is it really that much? Is it really so good that the card goes directly into your hand compared to on top of your library? Okay, Enlightened Tutor is gone. All right, next one. We'll put Imperial Seal. Ad Nauseam, which is a new option here. Put Mox Diamond and Mana Vault. Yes, Codex Shredder will eat your top deck tutors. Absolutely. There's a super chat coming up Where's my super chat? How delayed these comments are. I like how they kicked out the card that gets the damn Lion's Eye Diamond. Did I miss the super chat? All right, Doa Hitman wondering if Thassa is better in arena or in real life. Probably in real life. Well, I mean, if you're in the low, why isn't it not showing up here? It's interesting. The super chat's not showing up on StreamYard, but thank you very much for the super chat anyway. So to answer that question, if you're in the lower ranks of arena, probably Thassa is playable. It's an expensive planeswalker, so it's not going to be really all that competitive. Thassa is OP. Hold on, are you talking? Is this supposed to be as a plane? Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, create a 3/3 black demon creature token, +1 draw a card for each opponent. Oh, are you talking about for commander? Echoes up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from that player's graveyard. Put a page counter on it. You may cast a spell from among cards in exile with a page counter. I would imagine. Oh, the arena Oh, aha. You mean the adjusted one? Or sorry, I guess this is just completely different. No, it has to be. Is this like an alchemy adjusted planeswalker? This is the same art. What are they, lazy? It's the same art. Until your next turn, whenever a creature attacks you or Thassa, Unholy Mage, put a -1/-1 counter on that creature. That's insane. -2. Target opponent puts a creature card of their choice from their graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature gains Ward 2. And target -6. Target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal 3 creature cards. Put those onto the battlefield under your control. That player puts the rest of them in your graveyard. I think this one's better. It can protect itself. You go -2, get a creature, and it's really hard to kill. I think the arena card is better, in my opinion. In my opinion. Okay, we voted Imperial Seal off the island. Okay, hold on. We're gonna speed up this poll. How many tutors do we have? We have Worldly Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor. I have a feeling all the tutors are gonna get kicked off. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna get kicked off, so I'll just keep putting them in. Okay, so we'll put Worldly Tutor. We'll put Force of Will. Dockside Extortionist. And then Cyclonic Rift. Demonic and Vampiric should stay if nothing goes wrong. I think Demonic has a chance of staying because the card goes directly into your hand. But I think all the other ones where you put on top of your library is just going to be dead. LED goes in almost every CEDH deck. We'll see what democracy says. We'll see what democracy says. Democracy has something else to say. That's interesting. Do you know what? I got a super chat here. So it seems like if it's a $2 super chat, I may not even get it sometimes. I get the super chat on the actual chat, but on my StreamYard chat, I didn't get it. Didn't see it at all. Didn't even show up. That's so weird. Okay, Worldly Tutor is getting kicked off. I think we're just quickly gonna be kicking off the tutors. Okay, so we'll put Vampiric Tutor versus Mana Drain versus Sylvan Library versus Necropotence. Not many CDH players here if Worldly is voted off over Rift. Maybe not. Maybe not. Easiest way to figure this out, to be honest, is to look at the top CEDH staples. You know what? I disagree, actually. There are some cards that are super common that does not necessarily mean that they are the most powerful. They're just like the most important to like grease your engine of your deck. There are some cards that are super powerful that not every deck can play, and then there's going to be cards that every deck plays. I mean, like, generally speaking, you know, mana and certain lands are going to be super commonly played, but, you know, that's not necessarily the most powerful. So, but I get what you mean. Like, it will give you a general idea what the most powerful cards are. I like how modern players are voting on commander cards. There's a lot of non-modern players here, and also there's a lot of modern players that are just commander players. Force of Will is great, but it needs an extra blue card to activate. A clear consideration. But I believe we can find 9 cards better than Force of Will that are not power 9. Alright, Sylvan Library is toast. Surprised it lasted this long, to be honest. Okay, so next we'll put Wheel of Fortune versus Mystic Remora versus Lion's Eye Diamond versus Mana Crypt. This one might start getting tough. Muffin of Fun. I don't play Modern. I'm mostly a try-hard CEDH player because I have brain damage. Okay. Chat is clearly mostly blue players. Someone said bye-bye Crypt, yet the Crypt is basically untouched. Some of you don't think Mana Crypt is power 9? I would think that's power 9. That'd be my personal power 9. No, it looks like Wheel of Fortune is getting axed. Oh, some stuff. Once it hits 1 minute, I'm gonna just call it. We're gonna call it. LED is not going in every deck. See, everyone has their own different opinion of what's a power 9 card. Okay, Wheel of Fortune is just way out ahead. Goodbye, Wheel of Fortune. It's getting low, though. It's getting low. Okay, so next, Vampiric Tutor versus Guy's Cradle versus Cyclonic Rift versus Force of Will. Vote however you want and be as arbitrary as you want with your criteria. Democracy in action. Power to the people. Igor says LED will go eventually. Eventually. That's by Tech. Y'all nuts voting off Wheel of Fortune. Y'all nuts voting off Wheel of Fortune. You know what? Honestly, I think it's gonna be tough. There's a lot of really good mana, and I would not be surprised if Wheel of Fortune just eventually got squeezed off anyway. I mean, didn't Time Twister get squeezed off already? No, Time Twister's still here. A Time Twister may not make it. I don't know. There's just a lot. There is going to be a point where there's a lot of good cards. Okay, this is close, but Cyclonic Rift is gone. Cyclonic Rift bites the bucket. Okay, so next we'll put Time Twister versus Mana Vault versus Smothering Tithe versus Demonic Tutor. Chris agrees with Steve. Who's Steve? If Time Twister gets kicked off, I'm done with everything. Looks like it might be the end of Smothering Tithe. Oh, but the Time Twister is pretty close. They voted off Wheel of Fortune. Looks like Time Twister could be next. Oh no, Time Twister. Looks like they're coming to their senses with Smothering Tithe. Smothering Tithe is definitely out on this one. I can already feel Tithe staying instead of Twister because they don't see it. Andres is like, hey chat, want to play 1 mana, draw 6, win next turn? Chat says, hell no, absolutely not. They don't want to. Alright, Smothering Tithe is gone. Alright, next one will be Mana Drain versus Vampiric Tutor versus Jeweled Lotus versus Force of Will. This one might be a little difficult. There's a lot of bad cards on this list. Tutors aren't the problem. Combo pieces are the problem. Yeah, but the combo pieces require the enabling by the tutors. It's the tutors that make those combos so, like, consistent. Cyclonic Rift is not there? Cyclonic Rift, I think, got voted off. Yeah, Cyclonic Rift got voted off a long time ago. Sorry, Maxi, if you like that one, it's gone. Cubing says, as for Wheel getting squeezed off, one needs to consider that the other card draw are still on the list, are only for your own benefit, such as Ristic Steady and Necropotence. Okay, Mana Drain is getting kicked off. No surprise there. Just a counter spell. Gets a little bit of mana, but not that big of a deal. Alright, Mystic Remora versus Thassa's Oracle versus I don't know. Guy's Cradle versus Mox Diamond. I gotta be careful in the future. I can't do this every day. My brother might show up soon. This is so late. Somebody voted off Rift, eyeballing all you fools right now. Thoracle can't be power 9. Remora needs to go. Everyone's screaming for what they want. This has to be Remora, right? Nope. Everyone has a different opinion. What's power 9? I don't even know why Thassa's Oracle on here. I mean, it's like a really good win con. It's like the win con of Commander. Oracle is broken. It's just a win condition, though. It's no different from a lot of other win conditions. It appears that Thassa is not an auto-included every deck. Put Cyclonic Rift back. How is Cradle still here? How is it not still in there? Is there... How many green decks don't play Cradle? I mean, maybe there's a good chunk of them. All right, Thassa's Oracle gets voted off the island. Thassa's Oracle is gone. I'm gonna toy with you people. We're gonna put Demonic Tutor versus Vampiric Tutor versus, I don't know, Ad Nauseam versus Ristic Study. We're getting to that point. We get to a crunch. How many are left? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 10. Oh man, this is gonna take a long time. This might be a 2-hour stream here. I hope you guys like the 2-hour stream. Just basically 30 minutes of generating a card list, 1.5 hours of like democracy. But people like people like the long streams. I don't know if people like the long voting. There's definitely these types of streams where they're just going to look at the results in the end. Vegan Economist. Tomorrow I want to see Nikachu's personal Commander Power 9 list to see how far off it is from this. It'd be a lot of mana. We're not doing deck list reviews today. Deck list reviews will now, we're going to experiment it for the next 2 weeks. Deck list review will be once a week. And the whole day is deck list reviews. And you guys should choose what day of the week you'd want it. I'm thinking Friday, but maybe you want it earlier. Maybe you want deck list review on Monday. I don't know. You pick and choose. Okay, whoa! Whoa! They just tried to put this on, and now it's just got kicked off. Ad Nauseam has been voted off the island. Voted off the island. All right. Anyway, above the Tutors on top of that. That's hilarious. A lot of Tutors already got kicked off. David Howell with the super chat. Smash the like button for the long stream. Yeah, that's right. And keep sending money. All right, so what's next here? We'll put Time Twister versus Necropotence versus Vampiric Tutor versus, I guess, Force of Will. How do you guys like the voting? And for people who like to watch the replay, how much do you guys like watching the voting? Please stop. Please, Nikachu, stop. This is killing me. Cyclonic Rift on the list? It was on the list and it got voted off. I agree. Cyclonic Rift is not Power 9. It's a good card. It's like a jank card. It's like a good playable. I mean, I could be wrong. You guys can dispute that, but I don't think... When I think power, I don't really think of Cyclonic Rift. Cyclonic Rift is just a great janky card late in the game. Has Citadel been voted on once? Yeah. We voted on this at least once. It's Force of Will's time to go. Oh, it's close there between this. When it hits 1 minute, I'm locking it in. Citadel not Power 9. All right, I'll put it on the next list. We're gonna put it to the vote. It's gotta get voted on eventually. All right, Force of Will bites the dust. All right, our next one I'll put it right at the top. Bolus's Citadel versus Lion's Eye Diamond versus Ristic Study versus Guy's Cradle. Notice how I put Soul Ring on one list. I'm gonna squeeze that directly into the Power 9. How do we define Power 9? You define it in your own terms. Basically, everyone's gonna have their own arbitrary way of determining what Power 9 is. Lord Magic is like, Dockside Extortionist is next. I put Dockside on many lists that didn't go anywhere. But it looks like this is going to be where Bolus's Citadel meets its end. We didn't define it. Looks like the majority of people are voting on if their auto includes if you play that color. That could be the Power 9 in their minds. Citadel too high CMC for this list. Thank you for not giving chat the chance with Soul Ring, at least the obvious stays. I think I put Soul Ring in one list. I don't know, as we get crunched, I'll put it on, but okay, so Bolus's Citadel is gone. Alright. Dockside Extortionist. Demonic Tutor. It's Demonic Tutor, right? Yeah, Demonic Tutor. Mana Vault and Necropotence. Dockside is better in CEDH because of all the fast mana. Soul Ring / Crypt and possibly Twister should go Power 9 right away. I don't know if Time Twister would be considered Power 9. Like, if you're gonna call Time Twister Power 9, you might as well call, like, Wheel of Fortune. I mean, hey, you could argue Time Twister and Wheel of Fortune are Power 9 cards. You could definitely argue that. I've no problem with that. It's funny that Time Twister made the list in the original Power 9, but Wheel of Fortune didn't. And Wheel of Fortune draws a hell lot more cards than Ancestral Recall. You could argue, if Time Twister made the list, unless that was, they considered that just like the crappiest or the slightly better wheel than Wheel of Fortune. And it looks like Dockside Extortionist's time is up. Ethan's like, I quit. I'm done with this. Was Urza on the list? No. Urza was not on the list. I wouldn't even put Urza on the list. Okay, Dockside is gone. I think when we get down... Okay, once we get down to 9... Okay, it's a crunch now, isn't it? 5, 10... Hold on, 5, 10, Jeweled Lotus, 10... 14. Alright, we're coming... We're getting close. We're getting close to the Power 9. Alright, so now it's going to be down to Rhystic Study versus Gaia's Cradle versus Mox Diamond versus Mystic Remora. Choose wisely. We need Hull Breacher back to being legal. Do I have? Hold on. I'm just wondering if I can put this on loop. I've got... I quit once again. Can't be Power 9 if this is in the secret lair. Oh, what's... Oh, Mystic Remora way out in front. Alright, Mystic Remora gets voted off. It's the crunch time, people. It's crunch time. Demonic Tutor. Versus... Lion's Eye Diamond versus Vampiric Tutor versus Time Twister. Woo! Lion's Eye Diamond super out at front now. Remora being gone is a crime. I predict actual Power 9 gets voted out. Dockside was voted off. Clown City. You people seem to overrate these cards. How good is Dockside if, like... But here's the deal. How good would Dockside be if people didn't have artifacts in their deck? Actual Power 9 cards. Dude! No way, LED? I'm surprised the Tutors are sitting... I guess these are the Tutors of all Tutors. I think you should do a CEDH Power 9 separate. Well, it wouldn't matter. Like, I think if there were enough CEDH players here to override everyone else, they would do that, but they can't. Okay. Looks like, Mox Diamond... Or, sorry, Lion's Eye Diamond is kicked off the island. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Alright, next one. Rhystic Study versus Soul Ring versus Gaia's Cradle versus Jeweled Lotus. How many we got left? Not too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. This is the second last one, actually. This is the second last one. After this, we'll have our Power 9. It's crunch time. Whoa, Jeweled Lotus might get voted off. This is Black Lotus for Commanders. Black Lotus for Commanders. This should be Lotus, but I'm surprised Ristic is on, to be honest. I'm surprised Guy's Cradle isn't getting outright voted off. I didn't know there were Pro Tour level Commander players, judging by chat. We all have them present and barking. Yeah, who the hell is voting Soul Ring? Whatever. I'm putting on just like, you know, just to be objective. Just to be objective. I think it's just a money ranking. People do not seem to know power. Well, a lot of people wanted to have like Cyclonic Rift, and it's, well, I mean, I guess it's pricey now. Cradle is way better. Yeah, but it's harder to use. I can't believe it. Jeweled Lotus is going. Jeweled Lotus has been voted off the island. Amazing. Okay, so what was the opposite of the cards that I just named? I put on okay, I'll put the opposite. I had Soul Ring, Ristic Study. So let's put Necropotence, Time Twister. I think Mana Vault, Mana Crypt are definitely slam dunks. We had Cradle on there before. Or we could put Cradle on again. Okay, I'm gonna put Cradle, guys, Cradle, and then the worst of the tutors, Vampiric Tutor. And this is it, people. This is gonna determine our Power 9. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, that's it. We're down to 10. Make Palpatine proud. Make Palpatine proud. Interesting. There are a massive amount of commanders where Jeweled Lotus is a dead card. Great point. Great point. Yeah, it's only 3 of like, it's only 3 mana. I need to make this song run for like 10 minutes. I need a really long Who Wants to Be a Millionaire soundtrack for deck list, or not deck list review, but democracy review. Oh, it looks like Cradle is finally biting the bucket. Gavin's like so happy that Necropotence has made it through. No, my guy's Cradle. Cradle, really? Bye, Cradle. Cradle's going. No, not my guy's Cradle. Twister overplayed. It's about dang time. Does money value influence Power 9? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Well, Soul Ring is on here. And it doesn't cost very much. And it is said, guys, Cradle is kicking the bucket. And that is it for hold on, where's a good song to finish this off with? There we go. Alright, our Power 9 for Commander legal cards is Soul Ring, Time Twister, Necropotence, Ristic Study. I don't know if that one deserves to be there, but whatever. Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Mox Diamond, Demonic Tutor, and Vampiric Tutor. And I put these tutors on the list many times and no one wanted to touch them. They didn't want to touch them whatsoever. What a beautiful list to see. As determined by today's chat. And anyway, okay, that's going to be it for Coffee and MTG today. Thank you very much for joining me as we do this Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thank you so much for the super chats. Becoming members of the Coffee crew. I really appreciate it because it lets me know that this is worthwhile to everybody, and I will keep doing this every single morning. So thank you, everyone. Without all of you, yeah, we wouldn't have as much fun. It wouldn't be a conversation or so dramatic for voting if it wasn't for all of you showing up every morning. So keep brewing up those coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next Power 9.